Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the Colorado Rockies.
How about the Rock Show last night? After spotting the Royals a 4-run lead, they went to work offensively. Everyone was involved. At the end of the night, the Rockies had a dozen on the board, and they had 16 hits as they got to shake hands late in the evening. They won the first two against the Royals, looking for the sweep this afternoon. The Rockies Baseball Network is powered by Major League Baseball. Welcome upstairs, everybody. Happy Sunday to one and all. Glad, as always, that you are along with us. With Corey Sullivan, I'm Drew Goodman. Last night, big fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Obviously, it was a little different than Game 1. It was a little bit more brute force from the offense. You mentioned the hits and the runs. But I want to talk a little bit about comparing 2026 to 2025. We can do that. Warren Schaefer doesn't like to do it, but we want to see some improvement, right? You look at the batting average, 17 points higher. On-base percentage, that's the biggest one to me. League average is 319, 323. They're above league average. The OPS is enormous. Runs per game, almost or over a run more per game. The other thing that I really want to focus on is runners in scoring position. Last year, 233. This year, 270. That is absolutely getting it done.
All of those things are noteworthy, and I know the Rockies aren't on the road right now, but on the road it's even better than that. And how about Hunter Goodman? I mean, he's crazy good right now. 2 more home runs.
Yeah, continues to step on the gas. 18 out on the road. Now he has 15 here at Coors Field. He continues to wow us in different ways, whether it's 461-foot, 116-mile-an-hour bombs, or ones like that where he goes down and gets an off-speed pitch. And when you talk about the day that he had with the 5 RBIs, 2 singles, 2 homers, both of the homers pull side, but I love the line drive at bats. Billy even said it was his favorite swing of the night, and now he holds the lead. He's number 1 and number 2 for primary catchers with homers, with 33 this year. The Baby Bull in 3rd and 4th place. I love seeing it from Hunter. I don't think he's going to stop. I hope he gets to 50 and sets a new Rockies record.
Yeah, the Rockies record is 49. Walker and Helton, a couple of Hall of Famers. I want to see him at least get to 45 and reset the National League mark for home runs by a catcher. It's 45. Johnny Bench, 1970, if you were wondering. When we come back, we'll talk about one of those unsung heroes from last night. Seems like every night, TJ Rumfield throwing out multiple hits. Spilly is along next. We're a few minutes in front of first pitch this afternoon. It's the Rockies at Royals.
Maintenance plan for 2 years.
Hot and sunny Sunday afternoon as the Rockies prepare to take on the Royals for the 3rd time. They won 3-1 on Friday, 12-6 last night, as we were discussing. And TJ Rumfield, 30th multi-hit game of the season yesterday. When it comes to bat-to-ball skills, Spilly, he's at the top of the food chain.
He's been unbelievable for a rookie. He's also leading in OPS, and he's 2nd overall to hits. And last night, he had his 9th 3-hit game. But what stands out about TJ Rumfield, he reminds us so much of Todd Helton because of his ability to hit with 2 strikes. We see it time and time again. He grinds down at bats, and what allows him to do all of this is the timing mechanism. For TJ Rumfield, he has a very pronounced leg kick, and as you're watching it, you might say to yourself, well, that's not that big of a deal, Spilly. What makes it so good? Notice how he turns his back foot in. This allows him to control his timing mechanism, so he can actually glide, control the timing depending on the pitch, and it really stands out. For a guy like Warren Schaefer to have a hitter like this, it blows his mind.
He does show skills and a thought process beyond his years, for sure. But you do have to remember and keep it in perspective that he is a rookie. That makes it so incredible what he does, the way he can manipulate the bat head. And 2 strikes, his hitting has been unbelievable, and he just never feels out of the at-bat. He never panics. Yeah, that's all stuff that veterans do.
Let's get you the UCL scouting report. How about with 2 strikes? The thing that stands out the most about TJ, 232 batting average when the league average is right around 168. That's insane. But it's the OPS, 641, 140 points higher than the rest of the league. The strikeout percentage, you almost always are going to strike out with 2 strikes. But for TJ, that is what links us when we talk about TJ Swing and Todd Helton. Well, it's about 100 degrees on the field, and the Rock Show looking to stay hot and sweep the Royals out of Denver. Baseball's next.
Here's this afternoon's Arapahoe Basin weather report. Hot, H-O-T. 100 degrees at first pitch. Not much of a wind to cool off Ryan Spilborghs, who is dugout level. Here's the Royals lineup. It'll begin with Carter Jensen, and he steps in. We'll show you the rest of it in a moment. Kyle Freeland on the mound for the Rockies today. And the Denver natives first pitch in there for strike 1, and we are underway. Jensen a home run on Friday night. It'll be followed by Lofton, Caglione, and Perez went deep yesterday. The veteran Marte, Rave hit a homer yesterday. Tolbert, Rojas, and Maley. Here's the 0-1, and it's 1-1. And a couple of veterans pitching against one another today. 33-year-old Kyle Freeland against 36-year-old Seth Lugo.
Yeah, Free, last 10 games. Foul ball there. He's made it 5 innings or more, and obviously it's not the numbers you want to see or the ERA. In his last start against Milwaukee, 5 1/3 innings. 3 of those runs came in that first inning. Then he threw 4 great innings, gave up a solo home run to Vaughn in the 6th inning before he was chased. Just feels like it's one big inning that's unwound the starts for Kyle Freeland. There's a good curveball.
Yeah, that was a good start, and the first inning in particular has been problematic at times this year for Freeland.
Yeah, but the knuckle curve still the best pitch to get the punch out on the AutoNation Subaru PitchCast. See it out of the hand, working down out of the strike zone. It's carrying about a 33% whiff rate this year.
Stepping in is Nick Lofton. Lofton at third yesterday. He's at second today. He takes a strike. So Dougie just informed me that the 100-degree first pitch temperature is tied now for the hottest, or maybe it's the second hottest since June 25th, 2012. Suffice it to say, it's one of the hottest first pitches we've seen at Coors Field.
And it's going to get hotter. I watched the news this morning. They said it was going to be 103 around 3 o'clock.
Bring it on.
He says that now.
Where's Fogger when you need him for a $150 game, right? 0-2. Aaron Cook, he would have told you guys, listen, we'll be done by 3.
Yeah, I'll get you home in time for a nice dinner date.
There's Caglione. 1-2 on Lofton. And Freeland tried to backdoor that cutter slider, missed. 2-2. When you look at some of the metrics, fellas, with Kyle, and his velocity is very similar to was back in 17 and 18. Some of the pitch metrics, I know some of the expected stats are favorable to Freeland, better than his raw numbers.
He also threw from a different arm slot in 2016 set or 17. I mean, it was much lower.
3-2, and that's strike 3, and you're going to get a tap from Nick Lofton. He thought it was low. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Edwin Moscoso is the home plate umpire, as you just saw, and it was low. So a rare walk from Freeland, so he does not walk people.
No, 4.6% walk rate coming into the game. That's the best in the National League with 90+ innings pitched.
So Lofton to first, and that'll bring up Jack Caglione. And this is tap. Freeland's got it, and he looks to first, and he throws a fastball chest high to Rumfield, 2 outs.
A grown man hit that baseball, Sully.
Yeah, I've always said this is like my least favorite thing to do. Kyle doing a good job fooling him so that Caglione checks his swing and just rolls it back to Freeland. It's just absolutely soul crushing when you do that as a hitter because you have to run first.
Yeah, you just want to stop. You turn around. You're like, do over.
So 2 outs, and Perez is at the plate. Salvi 1 for 4 yesterday. The one was a home run to dead center field. And this is in the air to fairly deep right, but playable out there for Johnston. And it carried, because of the heat, all the way to the warning track. Wow. But Kyle Freeland walks off after the first without a blemish. Saying, wait a second. Where's that dude who hit 2 more homers last night? He's getting at least the first part of the afternoon off. This ball crushed, but it's going foul. 0-1 on Jake. Seth Lugo has been around the block several times. It's his 23rd start, and the overall number's not superb, but he's in a really good spot of late.
Yeah, last 4 ball games, 2.74 ERA. He does have 13 quality starts on the season, which is 4th most in the American League. The thing he does really, really well is first pitch strikes.
And he throws 13 different pitches.
This is a little broken back ground ball to Lofton.
You think I'm kidding when I say he throws 13 different pitches? Statcast 3D is powered by Google Cloud. You see, he's got a 4-seam, he's got the sinker, the cutter, the changeup, the curveball, the sweeper, the slider, a slow curve, and a slurve. I wasn't kidding.
No, you weren't, but here's the wild thing. So he has the most pitches of any pitcher in baseball. There's 9 listed, and you just enumerated them, right? Last year, he had 10. And you're like, well, what's left? Did he throw a screwball?
Man, a split finger.
He threw a splitter last year.
So here's how I know that we shouldn't be naming all these pitches. There are only 8 buttons on the pitch count.
That's a good point.
So we can't call a slurve and a slow curve. They're the same thing. Let's just put them together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he's a pitcher. He's just manipulating timing.
Yeah, he's just adding, subtracting, doing all the things you're supposed to do out there.
Now, I'll say this, and I'll let you guys embellish it. When you guys played 20 years ago, when you go back 40 years ago, pitchers, true pitchers, they were always messing with velocities, messing with shape. We talk more about it, and we give them full names now as opposed to
it's
fastball, curveball, changeup.
Yeah. To me, Greg Maddux would manipulate everything. I mean, he probably had 20 different pitches, but it really was just boiling down to a sinker, a 4-seamer, a slider, a curveball, right? All the same. They're all the same. It's just he'll tinker with the shape or the velos so that it messes up the timing of the hitter.
Here's the 3-2 on Mickey, and he misses outside. So a 1-out walk to Moniak as we take a look at the gloves for Kansas City on this Sunday afternoon. Starling Marte is getting the start in left field. John Rave is in center. Jack Caglione, who played first yesterday, he's in right field. That's where more of his starts come. It's Rojas, Tolbert, Lofton, and Perez in the infield. Salvi caught last night. Luke Maley, the veteran, is behind the dish this afternoon. Again, the Royals are without Bobby Witt Jr., their superstar shortstop. They expect him back on Tuesday when they return home. He's been battling a bit of tightness in his back. For Matt Cutrero. 1 strike on Carrick. 3 walks yesterday for Cole.
Warren Shaver was hilarious last night because he was talking about Cole Carrick, and they were asking him about his first start at shortstop, and he said it wasn't a big deal to Cole Carrick. He said, but if anything, he was angry that he walked 3 times. Shaver's like, that's a good thing. I got to go remind him that walking 3 times is a good thing.
It's a great thing. It's all about getting on base, right? Especially with his foot speed.
Well, he wants to hit.
I appreciate that, but I also appreciate, this is going to get a challenge, I also appreciate that he understands I'm not going to expand because I want to hit. Yeah. ABS powered by T-Mobile. So which way will the 1-1 pitch swing? And it will swing in favor of Carrick.
The call is confirmed. Kansas City has 1 challenge remaining.
And here in the first inning, the Royals are down to 1 challenge. That could be significant as the afternoon plays out. It's funny watching Cole's reaction
to every pitch.
2-2. TJ wasn't coming at him super hot, but it's a baseball coming at you. Bounced and he had to duck out of the way. Rumfield in the on deck circle. There's a good shot at TJ. Conservative lead for Moniak. And this is served the other way, and it's fair into that left field corner. Moniak picking up Andy Gonzalez. He gets a green light. Mickey coming home. He'll score standing up. RBI double for Cole Carrick. No walk there.
He was tired of it. He said, I got to put the ball in play and get out there and run. This is just a really good piece of hitting. It's a change up from Lugo down and away. But I love watching Cole just trap off that lower half, break it down, serve it like he's hitting a little backhand drop in tennis. Down that left field line. I think Mickey did a really good job, too, running the bases. He stayed real tight to that third base bag and close to the line as well.
Spilly, that hit was Rumfeld-esque.
It was nice. I think for Seth Lugo, you put that in the back of your mind. You're accustomed to seeing young hitters just swing, one swing. And that is that's something scouts will notice, other teams will notice, so that the next group will see him and be like, hey, he can spoil some pitches away from you now. It's another box he could say he can check.
844 OPS for TJ, and that spins low. 2-1. One thing, going back to Seth Lugo's arsenal, one thing I do love is that he can flip up a 67-mile-an-hour curveball.
Yep, yeah, that old high school slow curve.
It's his number.
This is a little pop-up to Perez, and he makes the catch. 2 outs. Let's pick up Mickey cutting the pillows.
Yeah, so the shortest throw from the outfield is the left field line here at Coors Field. So you've got to be hyper efficient. And you see Mickey very, very tight to that third base line and tight to the bag. I like that he cut it with his left foot too, so that he could hit hard off of that and finish that sprint to home.
And he's more aerodynamic with the haircut, so he was a little quicker, don't you think?
Yeah, there's no question.
Here's Willie. He takes strike one. So with that 67-mile-an-hour curveball, the slow curveball that you may see today from Seth Lugo, reminds me of another former Royal, Zach Greinke. Was Greinke probably the last guy to throw a 60-something mile-an-hour?
He got into the 50s.
Yeah, he got into the 50s.
Wow. And he tried to get down there. Wow. Castro has been incredibly successful with 2 outs. In the National League, he leads with a batting average, 2 out runners in scoring position, 400.
That's pretty good. That's the situation right here. 1-2. Rockies up 1-0. Carrick dancing off second. One and two on Castro. 3 home runs in his last 4 ball games for Willie. 5 in his last dozen. 6 over his last 15. 12 homers he has already matched his career high. Rockies have 51 ball games left. And now 3-2. Also, Lugo, Sully was telling you, he's been on a nice roll his last 4 ball games, but the Rockies have forced him into 25-plus pitches here in the first frame. Three-2. Ball 4. What a bat from Castro, who was behind 0-2. So now there's 2 aboard for Troy Johnston.
Well, let's get you the 4 keys to the game. Enter stage left. Normally come right, but today it's a bunch of lefties in the lineup against Seth Lugo. Footloose and fancy free. Kyle Freeland continue to pitch well and short and sweep. Let's keep this game short. Now let's see the Rockies sweep the Kansas City Royals.
It'd be lovely to be their 3rd sweep of the season. Swept the Mets and the Astros earlier this year.
All right, little prediction. Troy Johnston is going to get healthy today. Such a terrific hitter. One of those little funks. Has 4 hits in his last 42 at bats. Some people say, well, that's not a little funk, but he's hit a lot of balls hard during that period of time.
There's no question. He got very frustrated on Friday. I know you weren't here, Drew. He lined out twice and literally was like, I don't know what to do. He threw his hands up.
Go right hand.
1-0.
Well, we can see he's trying to change the tide with that mustache.
You can almost tell when a player is doing well or not doing well based on their facial hair.
Sometimes in the case of Todd Helton, in game. Run in, 2 on, 2 outs, 1-1 on Johnston.
Anytime you see a pitcher that really spins the ball well, when you talk about extension's another indicator for it. Lugo's not elite with extension, so it's a shorter stride, and that allows him to get over the top to really spin the baseball.
3-1. The former Gonzaga standout is in a very desirable position. 3-1.
And it's interleague play where Troy has almost hit 400 this year.
The benefit of the runners moving here. 3-2. And this ball in the air to center field. And it's handled out there by John Bain. That'll end the first inning, but the Rockies get an RBI double from Cole Carrick. It's 1-0 heading to the second.
At a wrap.
Orbit Cam is presented by York Space Systems. So the Rockies up 1-0 for the 26th time. They have scored in the first inning at home this year. That's best in baseball.
Do it.
Kyle Freeland misses ball 1. Starling Marte, 37 years young at the plate. First hit the big leagues back in 2012. And that just missed, so it's 2-0. That was a good call by Edwin Moscoso. John Rave on deck.
Starling Marte is one of those guys who's been a Rocky killer. You see the batting average, 393 career.
Right center field. And Johnston makes the catch.
Center fielder number 16, John Rave.
John Rave homered in the 9th inning yesterday. Second of the year, 6th career home run for Rave. This is the 251st start for Kyle Freeland, all in purple.
Yeah, only Aaron Nola has more with one team, 307, than Kyle Freeland amongst active players.
That's crazy.
That is.
Yeah.
I would not
quite
have
a
guessed
stat.
that. I would not have guessed that.
And starting pitchers, not nearly like relievers, but high quality starting pitchers, at some point typically will move. This is toward the middle of the diamond, slowly hit. Tovar unable to get John Rave. Good effort by Tovar. Infield hit for Rave with 1 out.
Well, that's a great effort by Tovar, but I think Kyle regrets not going after this with his bare hand. He started to and then pulled it back. And for Toby, he's got to come across the diamond, field that on the backhand side, and make the throw all in one move. Pulls TJ from the bag. I don't know that it would have mattered anyway.
I don't think so.
I'll bring up Tyler Tolbert, playing short in the absence of Bobby Witt Jr. As a baseball fan, whenever you see the Royals, you want to see Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah, it's like if you're going to watch the Angels, you want to see Mike Trout, or the Yankees, you want to see Aaron Judge. Reds, Ellie De La Cruz, he's that big of a player. He's the best all-around baseball player in the sport.
Yeah, and this is not knocking Aaron Judge. Guy's an MVP. He's unbelievable. The other guys can affect the game every single way.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby Witt Jr. is a Gold Glover at short. He's one of the fastest, 3, 4, 5 guys in baseball. He has pop. He's a good hitter.
Signs autographs for the kids.
He talks to Spilly when Spilly saunters up to him.
And his favorite player, when Bobby Witt was growing up, Trevor Story.
1-2, fellow Texan shortstop. Similar build, too.
Well, it makes me wonder. I'd like to see the two of them in like a workout scenario.
Oh, I heard
who could
about
deadlift more.
I heard about this. Because that Trevor and Bobby actually started training together. And as strong as Story was, he was like, I'm telling you, Bobby's the freakiest athlete he's ever seen. He could not lift or out jump or outrun Bobby in anything.
This is off of Kyle, and again Tovar, and he fires to Rumfield to get the out. So for the second straight inning, a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Rave at second with Rojas coming up.
Well, I said the last one, Kyle regretted not going after it. This one he might regret going after because he slows it down enough that they're not able to turn 2. But Tovey does another good job coming to get it and getting the out at first base.
So now it's the veteran Josh Rojas. I used to see him quite a bit when he played for the Diamondbacks, which is his hometown team. Carved out a nice career, Rojas.
He has.
Kind of famously, we used to talk about it quite a bit, went from growing up in Arizona to playing college baseball in Honolulu. University of Hawaii.
Baseball is life.
You guys never went over there at UCSB?
Yeah, we played in Hawaii.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were in a Hawaii Invitational.
So did you get to stay for a week?
We stayed there for a week. Yeah, it was great.
I bet. Get any beach time? Coach nice enough?
Yeah, we have some funny photos of back in the day, a whole baseball team cooking in the sun.
3-0 on Josh Rojas, and that's not a good walk for Kyle Freeland. I mean, he had left on left, and he loses Rojas on 4 pitches. Again, Kyle doesn't walk many guys. Walked 2 so far.
Fans, feel the force at Coors Field on Saturday, August 22nd, when the Rockies take on the Guardians. Star Wars characters, sights, and sounds will take over the ballpark for a Saturday night you won't want to miss. Get tickets at Rockies.com/tickets.
Here's Luke Maley. Longtime backup catcher takes a strike. Brett Sullivan letting his infield know if there's a double steal attempt where he's going with the baseball, and that's a base hit to center field. And around third comes Ray. That's going to tie up the game. And now the throw behind Josh Rojas, had a shot at him, could not get him, and Luke Maile makes the Rockies pay, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, I think Kyle's really going to regret that 2-out walk to Rojas left on left. Maile gets himself a pitch a little bit down. You can see he hit a knuckleball back through the middle of the field. Cole got to this very quickly, and you could tell he had a shot with Rojas going around second a little bit wide. The throw just a little bit long on that hop, so Eddie has to kind of make sure he fields it with the high hop.
I want to bring up Carter Jensen, but you're right. I mean, you were set up, but more of a bench player now, and Rojas left on left. You got to get him, and unfortunately, from Kyle's standpoint, he never threw a strike to him.
Yeah, well, you have to make him either put the ball in play, left on left, right, to get the out. Or if he gets a hit, he gets a hit, but you can't give him a free pass.
And Kyle gets there in time and takes the feed from Rumfield. So it's 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the second at 20th and Blake. Get your Rockies taco special. When the Rockies score 7 or more, as they did last night, you go the following day between 4 and 6 to receive your Rockies taco special. Live Moss at Taco Bell.
That's today, because they did it last night.
That's right, on your way home. 1-1 ball game. It's a day for umbrellas to block the sun and fans, yes. 7-8-9 for the Rockies. Julien, Sullivan, Tovar against Seth Lugo, who threw 32 pitches in the first inning. He has good numbers in Coors Field.
That he does. He's made 5 career games, 3 career starts here, a .231 opponent average and a .315 ERA.
All time against the Rockies, a .272 ERA. And you know what, Spilly? He's only 2 years, year and a half, if you will, removed from that 24 season where he was 16-9 with the Royals, 33 starts, a 3-flat ERA. He was an all-star. He was second in the American League in the Cy Young voting.
Yeah, and that was a year where they ended up, looking at him at the trade deadline, wondering what was going to happen, and they ended up signing him to an extension.
Yeah, he threw 206 and 2/3 innings that year.
I mean, he was one of the top starters in baseball, and he just lost Julien. So that's the 3rd walk already by Lugo. Well, yesterday, right after the ball game, it was announced that Tarek Skubal, who was the #1 name of guys who were probably going to get moved, and he got traded to the Dodgers, much to the dismay of so many fans not affiliated with the Dodgers. And 3 prospects go back to Detroit. What was interesting, I know the Dodgers have a deep system.
I think it's third in baseball.
Right, Milwaukee has a #1 ranked, if you will, system, and Milwaukee was looking potentially for a starting pitcher, the ilk of Tarek Skubal. This is bounced to first. Perez's throw is accurate. So Sullivan will trade places with Juliet. To finish, my thought and to solicit your guys' opinion, like the #4 prospect for the Dodgers, a little further down the list in River Ryan, who's an older prospect,
28
if you
years
will.
old.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, was like the #1 prospect, their #3 prospect. Was it light for you, Sully?
100%.
Yes.
I said this when we were about to go on air. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me that they did it as early as they did. They could have waited, driven the price up a little bit, but in looking at the prospects they got back, that don't seem fair. Any team in baseball could have made that trade.
Yeah, the Rockies could have traded for Tarek Skubal.
Obviously, there's no reason to, but any team could have made that trade. There's nothing special about it.
And I want to reiterate something that Corey just said. I'm not a GM, obviously, but it happened Saturday evening. The trade deadline is Monday evening. Why not wait and see? I mean, Tampa, they just went and got Freddie Peralta a couple hours ago. Milwaukee, I mean, there's competition, and you would and you would think that maybe the offer gets a little bit better.
It's not going to get worse.
This is a towering pop-up.
The sun's going to factor here
in
somewhere.
the middle of the infield. And Lofton makes the catch. So there's 2 outs. Now to bring up McCarthy.
The one thing about this trade, and I think part of it, is that the Dodgers are not risk adverse. So they're all in. They're trying to win 3 straight championships. And I think teams like Tampa Bay Rays, and I've talked to Matt Arnold with the Milwaukee Brewers, there was some apprehension in trying to give up some keys to what they felt like are going to be part of their organization down the road for a short-term rental.
Sullivan takes off. The throw is high, and Brett has a bag. But Brett Sullivan, surprisingly, because Brett runs well, that's his first stolen base of the year, and I love where it took place. 2 outs. You got a really good hitter at the plate in McCarthy, so now he's in scoring position.
It was timed right, that's for sure. Lugo has only allowed 4 stolen bases before this one, so it's the 5th stolen base against, and there have been 3 caught stealings.
It'll be academic because McCarthy is going to sky the ball to Marte in left. So we'll go to the 3rd. The Rockies won and the Royals won. Colorado Rockies baseball is presented by UC Health, the official healthcare partner of the Colorado Rockies. While the Colorado Lottery played the new 150th birthday scratch from the Colorado Lottery. And by Amazon, spend less on your kids for back to school. Today is National Ice Cream Day because that is every day.
Every day.
Every day is National Ice Cream Day.
And if it hits triple digits, it's automatic.
Automatic.
Yeah. Spilly, we really need to invest in one of those fans for us down there. We have not made good choices.
It's okay. I mean, we choose the wrench.
Yeah.
Off-speed pitch swung through by Nick Lofton. 2, 3, and 4 in the Royals lineup in this 1-1 affair. One ball, 1 strike. So I got to ask you, did you get an acai bowl this morning?
I did not. I really wish I had when I saw Spilly.
They look really good.
It really did.
Dougie, did you get an acai bowl this morning? Sammy? Acai bowl? No. Okay. Spilly, did you have an acai bowl this morning?
I did. I had a group of friends buying them.
Again, a lie.
That is a blatant lie.
You have a friend, but not a group of friends.
I had a
there was a lie and an embellishment.
Yeah.
There was an embellishment of the lie. What is that, Sully? What do we got there?
I mean, it's standard.
A group of buddies with some kids. They went up there and said, hey, you should try an acai bowl, and then they got me one. So, yeah, technically friends. Kids are friends. Nice little pitch for Kyle Freeland. I love it when he takes a little bit off of it on the Auto Nation Subaru pitch cast. Nick way out in front, waving at it.
Second strikeout for K. Frey. Jack Caglione comes up. He had the excuse me comebacker in the first inning. Check swing, and it came right back to Kyle Freeland, who threw him out. What about teammate points for the non-acai bowl?
It's well, how many up? There are 4 of us.
Yeah,
it's -4.
I love it.
That's a strike. 1-1. It's a little known fact in National Ice Cream Day every day. It's also national for me. You know that.
I mean, that's ice cream to you.
Yeah, it is ice cream. It's my breakfast. Come on, man. 1-1 on Caglione, and that is pulled foul with authority. There's some guys, everyone who's a big leaguer is, a phenomenal player, right? But there's some guys who step in the box and they have presence. This kid has presence.
He hit a ground ball out to Tovar on Friday night that was 115.3 miles an hour.
That's to left, and that is fair. Caglione is going to have a 1-out double.
It's the 18th double of the season for Caglione. Line to line, pulled the off-speed pitch down the right field line. He gets a fastball that's a little bit elevated out over the plate. Lets it travel, goes the other way with it. And you can see a little bit of side spin, but not in time. Not enough to get it to push foul. In watching that replay, it hit me. He hits line drives like Lance Berkman. It's a flat bat like Lance Berkman. It's not the same stance, not the same path really, but flat through the zone like Lance.
It's not a bad guy to be compared to. 1-0 on Perez. Salvador's first time up, he hit what I thought was just a mid-range fly ball to right, and it ended up being caught by Troy Johnston in the middle of the track. And it wasn't even, I put this in air quotes, a hard hit baseball spill. 91 miles an hour, but it's 100 degrees out.
Yeah, and it just kept carrying.
Two balls and a strike on one of the all-time Kansas City Royals, Salvador Perez.
Yeah, it was 91 miles an hour off the bat, and it ended up going 365 feet.
Yesterday, he kind of pulled his hands in. I mean, he's so big and strong. And he hit the ball like 430 to dead center. You know, the side view of it, so it didn't look like, oh, that's a classic swing of a guy hitting the ball a mile.
No, but it was, shows you how strong he is, but the importance of getting the barrel to the baseball, right? You break down the arms, as long as you get to the sweet spot of the bat, you can make it fly.
Swung on and missed. So Freeland strikes out Perez on a 3-2 pitch. And now they're two gone with Caglione still at second.
It's the third punch out of the day for Freeland, and all three have come on the knuckle curve. See it working down and in on that back foot of Sal.
I'll bring up Starling Marte. He got him on a fly ball to right. Leading off the second. Ball to left. Moniak is there, and Caglione stranded. Middle of three. Rockies won, Royals won.
Betting odds are brought to you by Bet365. Mickey Moniak over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBI -135 on a $100 bet. He'll be leading off. He did walk and score in the first, so we can go ahead and set that. He's got one now. He just needs two more.
Mickey tearing the cover off the ball against righties this year. 15 of his 17 home runs. Facing Seth Lugo. And this is a slow roller to first. This could be interesting. And out of the baseline is the call. So Moniak is out as Perez was trying his best to make the tag.
It's a slow breaking ball from Lugo, making way out front, but with Sal playing first, this is an in-betweener. You can tell Mickey was trying to avoid the tag, gets outside that runner's lane. Sal's a big guy you don't really want to run into.
No.
Looked like he did get him on the tag, too.
He did. He got him on the arm. Carrick takes ball one. Going with the RBI double back in the first inning. Puts his OPS above 900 for the rookie. A couple of real impactful rookies, fellas, hitting back-to-back in that Rockies lineup. Cole Carrick, TJ Rumfield. Two and one. Cole always with a visceral reaction. I think that was more on him. That one was, oh, I know it was a strike, but sometimes it's I'm mad because I didn't think it was a strike. That one was I'm mad it was a strike and I think I should have swung it.
Are you trying to say you can get inside the head?
I'm inside it. I know.
Hello,
listen,
Cuddies.
40 years apart.
This is how you work?
There's some similarities.
Okay.
I'll just leave it at that. And you guys know that to be true, not talent-wise, certainly not. But, you know, got a little emotion. This is going to drop. Another hit for Carey. Billy, I'll say it again. A couple of T.J. Rumpfield-like hits for Cole Carrick.
Well, it's just really good to see that you have some young hitters that have the ability to manipulate their swing, change it when they have to, have a sense of the strike zone, and then anything inside out. And Saul, you know this as well as I do. If you're a straight pull hitter at Coors Field, you're missing out the opportunities of having all that space, all that green grass out there.
Carrick dives back. So he's going to be close because Salvador looked to the dugout to see if it's worth a review.
Lugo's got much better at picking. He's got 2 pickoffs this year. He had 3 last year. Real quick feet right there. You can see Cole got that back corner.
But again, Sully, he takes one of the biggest leads we've seen in baseball.
There's no question. And you get one of those slower curveballs that he's throwing up there. That one was 73 miles an hour with a medium high leg kick. There's no chance. You just get a good jump, you're going to be safe.
Rockies 1 for 1. They got a steal from Brett Sullivan last inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this is off of Lugo. He's only got 1 play, and that's to first. So with 2 outs, Carrick at second with Castro coming up. 111 degrees. That's the well where we decided to place Ryan Spilborghs because he had talked about that he wanted to go to a sauna today.
Yeah.
So we thought like we'd put you in one.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize there was 111. I was wondering why I was sweating so bad.
Well, we all talk about being put in the concrete jungle down there. I mean, you're surrounded by nothing that will absorb the heat. It will all make it worse.
Well, it absorbs the heat, but then it sends it right back out. See me anyway.
Yeah, you got a little bit of shade, though. That's good.
It's a dry heat, Billy.
Yeah.
0-1 on Castro, and a pick attempt. Seth Lugo may be 36. He's still got quick feet.
Oh, yeah. He's worked on it hard the last couple of years. This was a good timing play. Not far off from getting Cole.
Oh, 1 to Willie. Outside with a cutter. 1-1.
I just can't imagine Cole stealing third, obviously with the mistake he made earlier in the year, but also Rojas isn't far enough off. There's 2 outs. It's an open side. It just doesn't make a lot of sense.
Nope. That is fair. And barely in time to get Willie Castro. So the Rockies will lead Carrick at second. We march on to inning number 4. The Rockies won and the Royals won.
Whatever you say.
Fans score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Rockies, the official source for your Rockies gear.
Is that a horse tooth up in Fort Collins?
Looks like it.
I camped there many years ago. Spilly, you camped there not too long ago,
Yeah,
right?
we love going there.
Beautiful. John Raves leading things off for the Royals against K. Free. And Kyle Freeland's first delivery just missed, ball 1. Royals at the end of a 10-game road trip. This is playable for Brett Sullivan. And he makes the catch. Man, that did not look like fun.
No. He's got to fight the sun. There's a little bit of wind kicking up, which Spilly likes. Adds a little airflow down there, but you can see he's squinting. He tries to block it. He's fighting it. And I promise fans at home, if you've ever tried to do that, it is really difficult the first time because the ball works back to the field. The backspin on it makes you back up on your heels.
I think one of the hardest things to do defensively Tolbert lays down a bunnish foul. I think one of the hardest things to do defensively in this sport, you talk about ground balls, talk about backhanders, balls in the gap that you guys used to have to chase down. Catching a foul pop-up for a catcher has to be at the top of the list.
Yeah, I mean, you have to practice it because it's amazing how much the ball moves the last 3 feet as it comes down.
And with all due respect, all those great coaches out there, and it's like 1 in 50 who can truly
hit it.
You almost need the machine. Tovar could pick up 2 outs. You need to do it consistently, where you're really trying to get your catcher better, as opposed to the end of in and out, and you try to hit one, and 9 times out of 10 you foul it over the backstop. You need the machine to do it right.
The machine even makes the backspin worse, though. It makes it move much more.
But at least you're getting reps.
Yeah.
Can either one of you guys?
I can't even. I've never even tried to hit a fungo.
I'm the worst at it.
I've tried, but it usually goes into the center field.
Yeah, the foul. Yeah, right. It goes one way or the other, right? You hit a blast to center, or you foul it back into the parking lot.
I never understood why fungos were longer than the regular bat. I really don't.
You think it should be shorter?
Yeah, you can control it more.
Josh Rojas with 2 outs, and there's another pop-up. This one for Tovar. And now he works back toward the infield, makes a catch. Quick inning, good inning for Kyle Freeland. Middle of 4, we're tied at 1.
Loves you.
Orbit cameras presented by York Space Systems. There's no rain in the area, folks. That's to keep the sun off of folks. It's 100 and going up in Denver this afternoon.
I've been doing that. I've been pouring water in my head.
And today's the day to do it. 0-1 on Troy Johnston. Johnston, Julian, Brett Sullivan, 6, 7, and 8 against Seth Lugo. Lugo gave up a run in the first. It was a 32-pitch inning. That is foul. Well, you're right there, Spilly. Was Troy talking to that baseball the whole way down the line?
He talks to anybody that's around him.
All right, so he had to be telling the baseballs, go foul, stay foul. About the top of the velocity chart, if you will, for Lugo. 94.
Yeah, chasing the punch at the top rail there. Troy doing a good job getting on top of it.
And he goes changeup. One of his 9 pitches. Cutting down here in his middle age. 10 last year. Has not thrown a split, at least. None have registered as a split finger so far this year.
But I spent a little time with Michael Waka on Saturday, and he was talking about on Friday night, it was the best his changeup has ever felt.
Dude, it was getting like 30 inches of vertical drop. It was filthy.
He's another guy that's been mentioned as a possible trade candidate. He's a strikeout on the hard sinker. It's the first strikeout for Lugo.
He did a combination of cutter, four-seamer, and set up that low arm slot sinker that Troy fouled off just a little bit. You can tell he's fighting it right now for Troy.
Julian walked his first time. Eddie has such a good eye. The lowest chase rates in baseball. When you guys faced a guy with an enormous arsenal, not overpowered, but an enormous arsenal, what was your game plan? What was your mindset?
I think you just have to pick location, because you can't really pick which pitch when you've got that many variations. And it's not like the 160%, then it trickles down. It's kind of 25, 20, 12, 18. They're all blended together. I think the at-bat that it really stuck out on me and was a good indication, the Cole Carrick first at bat. Everything was up and away, up and away, up and away, and then he kind of hit him with a cutter that missed location, and then backed it up with a changeup away, and you could really tell that Cole was focused away. Here's a good look at it right here. We'll show you the breakdown. So it's just up and away. Pay attention. Fastball up and away. Curveball up and away. cutter up and away. The fifth pitch right here is the cutter where they come in under the hands to try and move his feet and then go back with that changeup away. But if you stay on that location and you battle inside, you've got a good opportunity to get a hit or square something up.
The slurve, that's what it registered as, is a ball to Brett Sullivan. 4 walks for Seth Lugo. Rocky just 2 hits. And this ball lined to right. This is fair, and this is going to go all the way to the wall. Julian pick it up. Andy Gonzalez will get a stop sign on the double by Sullivan, his 9th of the year, and it's 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. He doesn't get to start more than about twice a week, but he always seems to come through offensively.
Yeah, he got a little sinker down and in that sweet spot for left-handed hitters, drops the head, and then it's just whether or not Eddie's going to be able to score. Unfortunately, he's held at third base, but good swing by Brett.
Well, and the thing with Brett Sullivan, his swing is so simple. He doesn't have to have, a game every day. He doesn't have a big leg kick, not a lot of moving parts.
Infield in, big opportunity for Tovar, way inside and up, 1-0. He's one of those guys, talking about Brett Sullivan, and I know you're in concert with me on this. You root your tail off for him. This is a guy who's 32, not a ton of big league time, and he's found, at least this year and hopefully beyond, a home in Colorado, and he has been a really instrumental piece this year, not only when he does play, but a huge piece in that clubhouse.
There's no question. He's got the biggest voice. He does everything when it comes to the meeting after games, and he's got the best last name, so that's all that matters.
You guys were in concert to a point. 2-1 on Tovar. Now 2-2. Is that curveball off the plate? Can you cure Spilly Tovar or down the road from the stuff that's spinning away from him?
I think you can cure any hitter, but it boils down to is he seeing the baseball? If I can get him to see the baseball, then yeah, you can fix certain aspects. And part of it, like the one thing that I see the most.
High fly ball to deep left center field. This will certainly get the run in as it's caught out there by Marte. Tagging and scoring is Julian. Brett Sullivan moves up 90 feet, and a quality at bat for Tovar to give the Rockies a 2-1 advantage.
The 2 pitches he swung at before were both curveballs. One was 73, one was 77. This was 64 miles an hour. So he had to stay back a little bit later, but gets enough of it, hits it about 380 feet to get Eddie to tag up and come home.
So one of the things that I've been seeing with Tovar is his setup, and you can see his feet feel like they're sliding all over the place. So you saw the front foot kind of slide out. The reason why that happens is you'll see in the setup for Tovar, and we'll watch it as the next at bat, he's really on his toes. So he's on his toes, which means you're falling forward. You're falling towards the plate, which makes it really hard to hit that high fastball. That's why he chases down and away. If you get grounded back in your feet, put the weight back in your heels, stands you up, it makes you more directional. It's not a hard fix, but it's one that you have to be conscious about.
Big RBI there from Tovar. And now McCarthy, a 1-1 count, 2 out, Sullivan at third.
McCarthy this year with runners in scoring position is the 9th best OPS in these situations, 1,005.
Impressive. He's got a career best overall OPS of 818 in his first year in purple. 1-2. And it's a little pop-up that Lugo is going to make the catch on. Rockies take a 2-1 lead. Julian scoring on the sac fly by Tovar.
Fans the Dodgers come to Coors Field August 17th through the 19th for a 3-game series. Don't miss one of baseball's biggest division matchups under the Denver summer sky. Grab your tickets now at Rockies.com/tickets. It's hot for the umpires as well. We got Bat Boy bringing out wet towels for them. Cool them off.
They should have brought your bat. They could have had wet noodles.
Okay.
Why was that necessary? Sunday afternoon. It's a peaceful day. The Rockies trying to sweep the Royals, and you got to take a shot like that? Why?
It's probably because I'm starting to get a little crazy. It's
123 now?
123 down.
He held that up to a light.
I did?
Like he was trying to run the thermometer up to miss school.
Did you ever do that?
I cannot confirm nor deny.
0-1 on the catcher Luke Maile, 35-year-old backstop, and a base hit to drive in the only run for the Royals. Maile, a legend in Kentucky. He was the player of the year in the state. Went on to the University of Kentucky. Great athletic family. Dad played football actually at both Dayton and Kentucky. His grandfather was a 2-time All-American hooper at LSU. How about that?
I wonder if they lived in Kentucky and he went to LSU at that point, or if they were already south.
That I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
0-2. Did he go? Nope. 1-2.
He did not.
He did not go. 1-2 from Freeland. And he got him on that knuckle curve. 4 strikeouts, and I believe all 4 on the knuckle curve for Freeland.
You are correct, sir. That is number 1,033 for Kyle Freeland. See the grip right there. Again, working down and into the right-handed hitters. He's now only 36 away from catching German Marquez for number 1 all time.
6 in a row retired by Freeland. 36 from his good buddy German. German now in that kind of reconfigured, air quotes, rotation for San Diego, where they're using only 2 true starters, and it's a bullpen day 3 out of 5 days. German threw 5 innings of shutout baseball, allowed just 1 hit in his last outing.
Good for him.
Guy we'll always root for. Carter Jensen 0 for 2. And there's a strike on the young catcher.
Sully, you were talking about how Jack Caglione's swing reminds you of the Big Puma. Carter Jensen's swing, does that remind you at all of Bryce Harper?
I'll watch now.
A little bit for me, but not nearly as violent.
Well, the leg kick isn't the same. You can tell he gets into the same posture on the back leg, though.
Similar hair.
Yeah. And the path and the hands are very, very similar to Bryce's. You can tell. He's mirrored it.
2-2.
But it also shows you how freakish Bryce is with that leg kick.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite loads in baseball.
Rockies up 2-1. 1 out. Here's the 3-2. And he got him again on that curveball. He doubled up on it there. Kyle getting settled in nicely.
Now on the AutoNation Subaru PitchCast, watch where this finishes. There's just not much a left-handed hitter can do when it's working down and away from you like that at the bottom of the strike zone. He is way out from you.
Nick Lofton, a walk and a strikeout. Strike 1. Seems like now Kyle has found command of his entire arsenal.
Yep.
Oh, 1 followed the changeup with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now that knuckle curve's got an 86% whiff rate today. 6 out of 7.
That's rather strong. That's a strike. 1-2 on Lofton, a Baylor Bear. Two in the air to shallow right. Coming on is Johnston. He got a good jump, good read. Back to back, 1, 2, 3 innings, 8 in a row set down by Freeland. Coming up for the Rockies, Mickey Moniak. Rockies +1 on the scoreboard.
From the Colorado Lottery.
Got Ringo enjoying some shade. Hi, Ringo.
Crash. You need not know anything else about his background.
Crash and I race out of here every day. He was first on Friday. I was first yesterday.
Were you?
Yeah.
Nice. Those guys don't have a dugout. It's hot, hot, hot out there. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mickey Moniak. And that's in there, 1-2. Mickey, a walk and a run scored in the first. Rollover ground ball to the first baseman Sal Perez his last time up. 81st pitch for Lugo, and he gets Moniak on the top rail fastball. Second strikeout for Lugo. His number's down a little bit, even though he's been in a good place. One of the reasons is that curveball is, well, we got Cole Carrick. We'll pick up that thought in a moment.
Yeah, you look at the changeup that he hit for the double out front, but that cutter back behind the plate for the single, he let that travel. That beat him a little bit and threw it out into left center.
He's 2 for 2. He was upset yesterday. Didn't get an opportunity to have a hit, but he walked 3 times.
All right, so I'm down in the dugout with Sammy Hawkins, the Rockies dietitian, and you have a special icy that you make on hot days. What is it?
I do. So we go to a local snow cone place and get the ice, and then create some sort of electrolyte solution using usually drip drop, and that gives us the opportunity to make us a little electrolyte snow cone. So we make it available before the game, during the game, after the game, and the guys seem to really enjoy it. We started in Las Vegas, and then today when they said it was going to be a high 104, it was time. So I headed out there this morning to grab the snow cone mix, and now we're here.
I like it that you have little umbrellas for it. So for you, when you see the players, I mean, this is an easier way to hydrate, a little bit more fun. How did you come up with it?
Yeah, so first of all, with the umbrella, I make it mandatory. So if they do get a snow cone, I said, sorry, you have to get an umbrella. It's for the fun. But slushies were a big thing where I was at previously. And I was like, well, I don't have a whole slushie machine right now, so how can I make an option like this? And so just started Googling and seeing what I could come up with in Las Vegas, and then found the spot in Las Vegas, and they happen to have one out in Denver as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate my treat. You got to have an umbrella.
That's not fair.
You're the best.
Yeah, but he went from an acai bowl. Sammy's taking care of him.
I will say in Vegas they had passion fruit ones, and I was very jealous.
That's called a strike. It was a 2-1 pitch. It would level the count, but it's being challenged by TJ Rumfield. ABS powered by T-Mobile. And it was low.
The goal is overturned.
Been watching the Rockies, you've been watching TJ Rumfield. You were not surprised at all with his knowledge of the strike zone. So it's 3-1 on TJ. That's where he picks his spot to turn and burn sometimes. That is a strike. 3-2. 13 home runs for Rumfield.
That was not a strike.
Renfield a rare strikeout. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Lugo. A pair of strikeouts for Seth in the inning. We go to the 6th. The Rockies up 2-1.
Now popped. Cast is presented by authority of the Colorado Rockies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Colorado Rockies.
Rockies looking for the sweep on this Sunday afternoon. Kyle Freeland has put him in position for that. He has pitched a beautiful game so far as we head to the 6th inning.
Yeah, he's got 5 punch-outs all on the knuckle curve, and you can see the command and the location and the intention. It's down and away to lefties, down and into righties.
And Caglione lifts this down the right field line. Johnston will get there and make the catch. Troy Johnston, Spilly, is not a burner, but his reaction time, which is all the rage now for outfield coaches around Major League Baseball, is terrific.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is we've talked about this. There's 3 things outfielders can do. It's your sprint speed, reaction time, and route efficiency. And what they've learned is that route efficiency and speed aren't as important as reaction time. If you're moving, regardless of your route, you're covering ground. If you have a slow reaction time, but you're really fast, it doesn't make you a good outfielder.
No, it'll allow you to make up for some of the mistakes on the read, but that reaction time, that is obviously the most important thing, that first step, and then you've got to get that route efficiency down. I would say it's one with the first step, right? The reaction time, then the route efficiency, and then the speed.
1 strike on Salvador Perez. Pretty well hit. Carrick has room though, and that is 10 in a row set down by Kyle Freeland. Let's get a message from Jack in the Box.
Don't get FOMO. Get my Philly style bonus Jack combos and new Philly Munchie Meal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Low pitch count also for this juncture of the game for Freeland. 73. That's outstanding.
Yeah, in this inning alone, just 3 pitches. That's why Marte took his sweet time getting up there, trying to slow Kyle down a little bit.
Close, called a ball. Marte, of course, came up with the Pirates. Spent 8 years in a Pirate uniform. Arizona, Miami, a couple of years. Oakland, 4 years with the Mets. One, 1-2. A little bit of the Gary Sheffield.
Oh, yeah. He's
wave of the bat in preparation to swing it.
Yep, he gets it right in front of that right shoulder and starts letting it waggle.
Ooh, a tap from Sullivan to terminate the at bat. It's 1-2.
Pitches call the ball to catch and challenge.
Edwin Moscoso behind the plate. ABS powered by T-Mobile tells us
You've been
see ya later.
Return,
Another strong inning from Kyle Freeland. He's retired 11 in a row.
Fans' sweet special dates are limited, so now is the time to book. Catch the Rockies against the Cardinals, Padres, or Mariners from your own suite. Tickets start at $180 per person with catering included. Visit Rockies.com/suites to reserve your suite today.
Those acai bowls out in left field, not to be missed. The also on the concourse, you have the berries. Also, you don't want to miss.
Yeah, both would be lovely.
Are you guys trying to get me to move?
No, not at all.
1 ball, 1 strike on Willie.
I want you to stay down there and sweat.
Being pampered.
I got the National Series.
This ball into the bat, shallow center, and it's going to drop. That fooled John Rave. And the Rockies have the leadoff man on in the 6th in a 1-run game.
a little bit off the end of the bat, so you got to rely on your corner outfielders and the sound. See right off the end of the bat for Willie Castro. And Rave kind of held, and then he realized he's got to go, and it was too late.
Troy Johnston 0 for 2, and Troy pulls this to right. This is going to drop, and stopping at second wisely, because Jack Caglione has one of the best right field arms in baseball. So Willie Castro, who runs well, slammed on the brakes first and second, nobody out.
The cutter had gotten Troy twice. This time he gets a curveball down and in, gets the head out also off the end of the bat. But enough of it to give the Rockies an opportunity here in the 6th. I was going to say, Spilly, I had the National Series, back-to-back day games, 100 degrees. I got no snow cone.
You didn't ask for it.
I didn't. You're right. I did not. It's my fault.
So I can't feel bad for you.
Meeting on the mound, Aaron Bummer is in the bullpen now for Kansas City. Rockies have gotten an outstanding performance from Kyle Freeland. Get him some insurance. At the plate, as selective as there is a hitter in the National League, Eddie Julien. 2 walks today. He scored one of the 2 runs. I don't think Schaeff is waving to us. He's trying to get Willie Castro's attention. Way outside. Corners in on the grass. Swung on a miss. 1-1. Two and one on Julien.
Lugo's got 4 walks on the day. That ties the season high. He's done it 3 times. His career high is 5, set last year against the Dodgers.
That walk loads the bases, and it certainly looks like the heat may be getting to Seth Lugo, and he's reached the end of the line. Matt Quatrero's coming out, and the lefty Aaron Bummer is coming in. Bases loaded, no one out for the Rockies in their half of the 6th when we come back.
Mission.
Colorado Rockies baseball is presented by Law Tigers. Injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. By Wings Credit Union, let's figure it out together. And by UC Health, the official healthcare partner of the Colorado Rockies. Back with Corey Sullivan and Ryan Spilborghs. I'm Drew Goodman. The Rockies up 2-1, and a chance to really expand that lead here. Brett Sullivan has a double in 2 trips. Aaron Bummer on the mound, bases loaded, nobody out, and that is fouled off down the third base line, and it's out of play. As Josh Rojas was hoping for an opportunity. So Bummer was just called back to the big leagues today. This is a veteran guy. Avila, who pitched yesterday, has some forearm tightness. He was placed on the injured list. So Aaron Bummer in there, and I'm sure some of you are wondering, well, do you play the Hunter Goodman card here? Catcher for catcher, right-handed bat with Bummer out there, bases loaded. Warren Schaefer sticking with Brett Sullivan.
And Sully on the year, though, left on left. You see the 232 average. He's actually hitting 273 against lefties.
Here's the 1-1. That's a strike.
And Bummer's with his 3rd Big League Club of the Year. He was released by the Braves on May 19th and then released by the Cubs on July 16th. It's 407th Major League game.
That's a lot of games. That's a lot of games. Castro, Johnston, and Julian. 2 singles and a walk. Julian at first has walked 3 times. 1-2 on Brett. And this is poked to right. And it's read by Caglione. It's over his head. This is going to score at least 2. Stopping at third is Julian. Sullivan coming through. It's his 10th double of the year, and the Rockies have a 4-1 lead.
Well, Jack learning a very tough lesson here at Coors Field. When it's hot out, the ball carries a little bit. Sully out front, but getting underneath it to get that sac fly. And he gets a benefit of Caglione misreading it. Second double of the game. Gives the Rockies a 3-run cushion.
It's an easy play to misjudge, too. You just saw the lower half was gone. You see a ball in the air, you think maybe you're going to use your arm.
Tovar takes a strike. Tovar sac fly in the 4th. You guys always talk about relying also on your ears.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, that ball was hit off the barrel. You could tell. It was 86 miles an hour, but Spilly's right. The lower half, you're relying on your eyesight, but he's not a traditional outfielder either. He was an infielder.
No. And I think part of it was he saw a ball in the air and he couldn't wait to throw.
I mean, we saw it on Sal's ball earlier in the first. It was carrying. It's hot.
1-1 inside out swing. It's going to be a foul ball by about 10 feet. 1-2 on Tovar. McCarthy on deck. This is a bouncer to short, and Tolbert makes a good play. With no one out, Julian was staying put, so there's 1 out. Second and third for McCarthy. And as Corey Sullivan was talking about how well Brett Sullivan's done, this is a nice play here. Left on left, Jake McCarthy's been maybe the best in baseball left on left.
There's no question. He's really found a way to keep that front side closed. Well, I like it. You learn a lot about the defense right there and what they're trying to do. You could see Tolbert at short was gone. So now Jake can really manipulate the bat if he wants to.
He's trying to hit behind on the left side.
Ball and a strike on McCarthy.
We've seen him lay bunts down in these situations too, even with the strike.
Jake's 0 for 3 this afternoon, 2 for 5, single and a double yesterday. Julian at third, Brett Sullivan at second. This will do plenty of damage. It may do the big kind of damage. It will. 3-run jack from Jake McCarthy. And the Rockies have opened up a 7-1 lead.
There just aren't many guys in baseball that can square around on the first pitch of an at-bat like they're going to lay down a bunt and then jump you for a 3-run bomb.
11th big fly of the year for Jake McCarthy. Perfect day to put on the fur. Moniak, a towering fly ball to now a retreating Caglione. 2 outs.
Well, Jake gets that little two-seamer from Bummer. Clears that front side, drives it out. You don't see a lot of left-on-left sinkers because, again, that works down and in. Jake knew it right away.
Well, he still has a jacket on, so it is a perfect day for Jake to rock the jacket. with a coat. It's his famous purple raincoat.
Well, time and jacket, which we've calculated in the past. I think Jake with his 12 homers, or 11 homers, this is a ground ball to short, and you're not going to get carried. Cole's third hit of the ball game. So what would you think, Spilly? Time and jacket, 11 home runs for McCarthy, actually longer than Hunter Goodman's 33.
Probably. Yeah, there's no question, because Hunter doesn't keep it on for more than like 4 seconds.
That's what his gear on, typically.
Yeah.
I mean, Jake still has a jacket on. Yeah, I mean, he averages about 3 minutes per jacket, per homer.
Big jump, and Carrick has stolen another base. This is why the Rockies are so excited, and should be, about Cole Carrick, and the whole fan base is, because there's a lot of things he brings to the table every afternoon or every evening for a ball game. He doesn't have to have 3 hits as he does today to beat you.
No, I mean, we've seen him do it with his arm, right? We've seen him play shortstop.
Seen him use his eyes.
We've seen him make the catches. I mean, that one right there, he had a perfect jump, too. You're going first move, left on left.
2-0 on Rumfield. This one's going to get out of play. You know, we're at the trade deadline coming up tomorrow evening. There's going to be all kinds of trades. There always is. Last year there were 35 different transactions. And the evaluators, the general managers, the scouts, the analytics department in each respective club, they're looking at all of the different ways a player can help you win baseball games. I mean, sometimes it's obvious, okay, this guy hits homers, but does he do anything else? Okay, this guy, you know, is a bat-to-ball guy, doesn't hit a lot of homers. So you have to compile all of that information. And again, in the case of a Cole Carrick, he's a stat stuffer.
Yeah, and also, when we talk about at Coors Field, you want as many guys, position player-wise, that can beat you as many ways as possible.
I'm starting to question the sanity of Jake McCarthy. It's 103. Carrick takes off, and he's going to swipe third. You have to make sure you get that with 2 outs. Cole with a couple of bags. (3-2) on Rumfield. TJ doing his thing. Last night, his 30th multi-hit game of the year. That leads the Rockies. Another 3-2 from Bummer. And that's a light shot down the right field line. Come on down, Cole Carrick with the 8th run. And TJ has himself a double. And it's his 23rd double. And again, I know we keep saying this, Spilly, that's a classic TJ Rumfield at bat.
He's probably one of the better players in baseball as far as being consistent with the professional approach on the AutoNation Subaru pitch castle, off-speed pitch, middle in. He's got the timing down, 2 strikes, gets his foot down early. This guy rakes. At this point, it's not a surprise.
And to that point, you know, there's some guys, we've all seen it, will come up and really hit for a couple of weeks. We've seen Rockies in the past that come up and make a splash for 2, 3, 4 weeks, that kind of thing. But when you watch this guy, not only has he done it from day one, It reeks of this is sustainable. This is who he is.
Yeah, I mean, we are 4+ months into the season, and he's only gotten better each month. I think there was one stretch in May where he went 0 for 16. Made the adjustment. He got a little jumpy, which can happen. And obviously the book on him, they knew it and they exploited it for 16 at-bats, and then he put his foot down and said no.
Castro, 10th man to hit in the inning. And Willie fouls it off. Willie had a base hit to start this rally in the 6th. Everybody's getting tacos again tomorrow because of the work the Rockies have done today. The Rockies have eclipsed 7 runs. Don't forget to go to your participating Taco Bell location tomorrow between 4 and 6. You can do it today also. So the Rockies put up a dozen yesterday. 0-2, lifted to left field. Marte makes the catch, but the Rockies break this thing open. The big blow, a 3-run jack from Jake McCarthy, his 3rd left on left this year. 8-1, Rock Show.
Bad boys.
Little 6 spot in the 6th inning. Gotta love it. 8-1 Colorado. As we go to the top of the 7th inning, Kyle Freeland has been outstanding. He's retired 11 in a row after a little bit of traffic the first 3 innings. But this is the best game we've seen Kyle pitch in a while.
Yeah, getting right back to it. First pitch strikes today, 16 of 24.
Knuckle curve really has been terrific for him today. Here's the 0-1 on Rave. And he gets weak contact. Wrong field to Freeland, who beats Rave to the bag. That's 12 in a row set down. Kyle's been economical. 79 pitches so far to get 19 outs. Gotta love that. Kyle's going to take as much time as he can here after the sprint on the triple-digit afternoon.
Well, if there's any benefit for Kyle Freeland today, as hot as it's been, is that the Rockies offense has kept the Royals on the field, which means that Kyle has plenty of time to go down underneath the dugout. That's where he sits and cools off.
Tolbert 0-1. 1 strike on Tolbert is 0 for 2. Rockies have 2 sweeps this year. Both came in April at home against Houston, and then they went to Queens and swept the Mets. Foreshadowing of things to come for the Metropolitans this year.
You speak from the heart.
Ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3 on Tolbert. And 7 strikeouts also.
And the first one not on the curveball. Backdoor cutter on the AutoNation Subaru pitchcast. That is not a strike for 59 feet and about 10 inches.
I'm going to bring up Josh Rojas. A walk and a pop out. The heat may have something to do with the question I'm going to pose to you. If he retires Rojas pretty quickly, does he come out for the 8th?
Yes.
Well, he's going to retire him quickly. High fly ball to center field. Carrig will make the catch. Somebody's got to go pick up his hat. That'll be called. They'll have to retreat. What a run Kyle Freeland is on. 4 straight 1-2-3 innings. Well, Troy Johnston yesterday, as the Rockies and helped the state celebrate 150 years, we had a microphone on him for the experience.
I got a flag. Anybody wants a flag? Pull it.
It's like a clown. I got clown flags. Royals jersey, Rockies hat. I'm cool. Get this guy a Rockies jersey right now. There he is. Yep. Are you ready? Ready? Pull. Yep. Of course. Have a good one, guys. Coupons and flags. Awesome. Have fun, guys. You know, if you enter that, you might be able to get him a Rockies stuff.
I know. Hey,
it's too late. It's too late. He's from Philly. Hold on. Do I have to stand on my tippy toes? Hold on. I got to stand on my tippy toes. Awesome. Oh, hey. Take this coupon, win the giveaway, and get you some Rocky stuff. Dolander is so good looking. You're so handsome. Good. Hi, how we doing? You want a picture? Yep, you got it.
Season long.
Fans, be part of history. Sunday, August 23rd, as we unveil Larry Walker's statue at Coors Field. The first 15,000 fans will receive a replica statue. All gates open at 11 a.m., so get here early. Secure your tickets now at Rockies.com. Got to look at it right here. It's pretty much perfect. Iconic home run and the follow-through of Larry Walker. It's going to be a special day. I think the fans got to come out, support Larry, get an opportunity to see the statue. I'm excited for it. I don't know about you.
I'm really excited about it, and I'll tell you there's multiple reasons. And one is the Rockies started in 1993, and it's 2026. The Rockies now have 2 Hall of Fame players.
Yeah.
Right? Todd Helton, Larry Walker, of course. They have great memories. I was kind of running around, and I reissued it, if you will, on social media. The Cargo, you know, walk-off home run against the Cubs, and Sean Marshall, and completed the cycle. You know, Todd Helton's euphoric arms in the air when y'all were going to the World Series. There's some great memories, some great moments, and now to celebrate them and make them forever for the 2 Hall of Famers, I could not be more excited, and it's so apropos.
I can't wait to talk to Larry about it, because I want to ask him if he knew that the final 2, you know, statue ideas, this was one of them, obviously. The other one was him handing the ball to the fan down the outfield line.
Stop that. 2-0 on Troy Johnston. Nate Pearson is the new arm for Kansas City. By the way, and we say this all the time, whenever we put a mic anywhere near Troy Johnston, we're like, this guy's perfect. I mean, do late night comedy at some point. You're just getting into broadcasting. He is so much fun.
He is. Honestly, and I don't mean this as like a slight, it's similar to Spilly back in the day. Spilly was always willing to be a part of everything when it came to the broadcast, help everybody out.
Sure. Look what it did for him.
Well, we did call him Red Light Spilly back in the day.
Yeah.
The red light was on. He found a camera.
And I don't know who's responsible for then going forward after his career and hiring him.
Kenny Miller.
I talked to Kenny this morning for a while. I still reprimanding him. That's fouled off. So he said hello to you.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. My phone must be broken.
Well, you are in 123-degree heat.
2-2 on Johnston. And Troy goes down. That'll bring up Juliet. It's almost as if Eddie hasn't been here. 3 plate appearances.
Yeah. Well, it's a little different between him and Cole. Cole was frustrated with 3 walks.
Juliet's been on 3 times, 3 walks, folks, and he scored 2 runs. And this is to Perez. Good lead for Pearson. Brett Sullivan coming up. Let's grab a message from Bet365.
Did you win? Let's just say the next round of omelets is on me, fellas.
Bet $10, get $200 in bonus bets.
So Brett broke this thing open with a 2-run double on a line drive to right. That was going to score a run as a sac fly. It was misread by Jack Caglione. He came in and he realized Brett was out on his front side, how well the ball actually was hit, went way over his head, and it produced a couple runs, and then the Rockies were on their way to a 6-run inning. This ball's pretty well hit to left field. Marte will chase it down. He can still move in the outfield. Turns into a 1-2-3 inning for Nate Pearson. We go to the 8th with the Rockies up 8-1.
Day.
Orbit Jam is presented by York Space Systems. Look who's still out on the mound. 85 pitches in, and why not? Kyle Freeland has retired 14 in a row, Ryan Spilborg.
Well, let's take a look at all the outs. 14 in a row. He even has 5 punch outs in there. He's got some ground balls. He's using the knuckle curve, the four seam at the top of the zone, those sinky fastballs that have been going away to righties, and the occasional cutter. It's been really impressive. And again, like when we're watching a guy like Kyle Freeland, what was really important about today was that he's pitch efficient with the heat, come out of the heat, get down to the dugout, and let your offense take over. And it's exactly what's happened today.
The last base runner was the 1-out double to left by Jack Caglione in the 3rd inning. Here's Luke Maile, and the veteran catcher fouls it off. It's 0-1.
Yeah, it's 19 of 27 first pitch strikes. That's over 70%. He's got 17 called strikes. But that curveball, it's got an 89% whiff rate today. 8-9.
Tremendous. Here's the 0-1. And Maile tardy on the fastball. It's 0-2. I'll just throw it out there in the ether, and it's really stealing Corey Sullivan's thought, which I'm not want to do, but I'll do in this situation. Kyle Freeland's had a heck of a career.
You're not going to do this. I can't let you.
You can't?
No,
okay.
I'm going to stop you.
You're going to stop?
Yes.
Okay. Like it's a no-hitter?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm stopping you.
Okay. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'll share with you all later. 2-2.
After the game.
It's just reprimanded.
Yeah. You may not believe, but we do.
No.
We still hear the bell during Christmas time.
Here's the 2-2. Just missed. 3-2. Make a pitch here. And Maile uses his timeout. Kyle's good at kind of manipulating that pitch clock.
Yeah, it's funny. What people don't realize is he stares at it right by the dugout.
3-2. Got him. Backdoor cutter. Maile had to fire at it. 15 in a row.
8th punch out on the AutoNation Subaru pitchcast. It's perfectly located on that backdoor outside corner. He's got 2 with the cutter, 6 with the knuckle curve.
Carter Jensen 0 for 3. 2 of the 8 strikeouts today have been Jensen. And he swings and misses at the knuckle curve. What did you say the whiff rate was on the knuckle curve
now
today?
It's over 90. It's 90%.
Yeah, he's 9 of 10 now. So 90.
That is crazy. Here's the 0-1. And he went back to it and he got a sword. The 0-0 swing. 0-2. Triple up.
Yes, sir.
Here's the waiting game from Kyle. And he waits till 2. This is popped up, foul ground, playable. Freeland wants a piece of it, and it's caught by Sullivan. He's got a couple of tough ones that he's handled today. And that matches the career best for Kyle Freeland. 16 in a row set down.
Second baseman, number 12, Nick Lofton.
I mean, right now on the day, Kyle as a whole has a 40% whiff rate. 17 swings and misses.
Nick Lofton takes ball one. It's just in case right now, Zach Agnos is throwing in the Rockies' pen. Two and oh. The only run that Kyle relinquished, gave up a 1-out single to Rave in the second. Walked Josh Rojas with 2 outs. That's probably afterward the only encounter he's going to lament. This is lined to Moniak. He makes the catch. A new career best. 17 straight. Retired by the Denver native Kyle Freeland.
The ballpark. Fans, get in on Colorado's biggest jackpots with the Rockies 50-50 raffle. Every game brings a new chance to win big and support your community. Get your tickets now anywhere in the state of Colorado at Rockies5050.com for your chance to win.
9-1-2 for the Rockies, up 8-1. Steven Cruz, new arm out there for the Royals. Tovar swings the first pitch, fouls it back, out of play. Toby sack fly in the fourth inning. Kind of perusing my scorebook here, and everybody in the starting lineup has contributed to the 8 runs in some fashion. How about this? 7 of the 9 in the Rockies lineup have scored a run. The only guy to score twice is Eddie Julien.
Yeah,
gotta love that.
Yeah, it's a balanced lineup, stacking at bats.
Toby fouls that off. Everyone is reached. Everyone will get fed after the game. That's all you mean. The reason I'm saying that, folks, is Sully pointed at his scorebook and said, well, there's one guy that doesn't have a hit, but he has a sac fly. We're talking about Tovar.
Well, I'm not going to say it because he's up. He's still got a chance.
Right. He has a sac fly.
Yeah. You said reach base.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he's contributed.
Yes.
One and two. Rockies tomorrow welcome in the Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays eating, showering up. They'll get on a plane. Won't be a happy flight. They lost at home to the White Sox 9-1 today. But the Rays are in first place in the always competitive American League East. Matt Cotrera, his team will head home, get ready for a homestand after being out on the road for 10 days. Good take, 2-2. Cruz just missed at 99. And foul tip is held, so Tovar goes down. Let's take a look at today's All-State Good Hands replay.
Jake McCarthy getting himself a little sinker down. It wasn't a bummer. It's his third homer against Lefty this year, and it opened this game up.
Pretty sure that's what Aaron said when he threw that pitch.
That's a bummer.
And Jake turns on this one. High fly ball to right field. This is going to stay in the yard. Caglione on the track makes the catch. And if we were to track over from where Jack Caglione is, about 100 feet to the Rockies bullpen, you will note, as you see a shot of it, that it is empty. 97 pitches for Kyle Freeland.
The season high is 98, but there's something else at play.
A foreshadowing. This is a slow roller from Moniak, and Lofton on the backhand will throw him out by a stride. So Cruz works a 1-2-3 8. We'll go to the 9th. Kyle Freeland looks like he's coming back out. 8-1 Colorado.
That sword.
There he is. That is Kyle Freeland back out on the mound for the Rockies in the 9th inning. Kelsey Wingert, Jeff Houston getting you ready for the postgame show presented by UC Health. Hopefully we have something really fun to talk about.
You know what? This is Kyle Freeland's day. Let's make it special.
Let's make it special, guys. What a game so far. Let's see him get it done here.
Time now for our Xfinity defensive play of the game, and it's been Kyle Freeland. 8 strong innings. The curveball's been absolutely flawless. 10 of 11 swings and misses. He's got 8 punch-outs, 6 on that curveball. And let's see if he can do it here in the 9th.
Jack Caglione. And here's one pitch and one out. Julian, 4-3. And 2 outs away for Kyle Freeland. Salvador Perez, fly ball to deep right, a strikeout, and a routine fly ball to center. It's a 2-1 ball game until the Rockies erupted for 6 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Ball 1. This has been a flashback performance for Kyle today. 1-1. We've seen so many performances through the years where he is just unbelievably dominant.
He gets hitters in a rocking chair, and when he's efficient and getting first pitch strikes, he can really exploit it with the swings and misses.
And now he's ahead of Perez 1-2. 8 strikeouts this afternoon for Freeland, whose strikeout rate, Ryan Spilborghs, is near the highest of his career.
Yeah, well, a lot of it has to do with the knuckle curve. I mean, it's a pitch and a weapon he's gotten better and better at.
Here's the 1-2. He went changeup. 2-2. Pitch number 103 to right field, and this is going to drop fair, and it'll be a double for Johnston, so that'll break up the number of retired batters. Retired, as I said, at 18.
It's a little slider that gets in on Salvi, fights it off out into right field. It was whether or not Troy was going to be able to get there. Unfortunately, he's not. No matter what, this was going to be a double if it hit the ground.
Starling Marte, 2 flyouts and a strikeout looking. Just in case Zach Agnos getting up to throw again. And that's going to be challenged by Brett Sullivan. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Been in a good zone all day for Edwin Moscoso. And it did just miss.
The goal is confirmed. Colorado has 1 challenge remaining.
Speaking of guys that deserve a lot of fluid and a nice meal after the game, Edwin Moscoso.
Yeah. You know, they probably have a flight to catch right after the game. It's not like they umpires don't have a home.
One, 2. Yeah, and a lot of times you'll see the umpires travel typically together, and you'll see a car with a police escort leaving within about 30 minutes after the game
to get to the airport.
Let's go, Kyle.
1 out. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3. Marte's going to tap.
Pitch is called a strike. The batter has challenged.
ABS again, powered by T-Mobile, tells us.
Oh. The calls have returned. The count is 2-2.
Gotta work for it. You want it. Yeah, I was really close on the Other Nation Subaru pitch cast.
2-2. That's a base hit through the left side. Perez will stop at third. And this is a difficult situation for a young manager in Warren Schaefer. He wants so desperately for Kyle Freeland to be able to finish what he has started. The last complete game for Colorado Rockies pitcher was June 27th of 2022. Chad Kuhl, a CG against the Dodgers of all teams.
Yeah. I remember that. It was one of the quicker games. He was incredibly efficient.
Well, pitch count doesn't bother me. No. I'm not worried about the pitch count.
Nope.
You know, it hasn't been a ton of high stress on Kyle. It's warm. His body's looking good. The velocity hasn't dipped.
He hasn't been out of the stretch since the third inning. John Rave. You know what would be fitting? Kyle Freeland special. The 4.63.
You want the 4.63? I want the 1.63 then.
I'll take either. 2-0.
That was pitch 110.
That's a strike. From a pitch total standpoint, way back in his rookie year, July 9th of 2017, he threw 126 pitches. That's when he was flirting with a no-hitter against the White Sox. 2-1. Brett Sullivan knows he has one challenge in his pocket, and I think he was enticed there, but fortunately did not challenge. 3-1 on Rave.
Roll it up.
3-2.
Gutsy pitch by Kyle and a 3-1 count. Gets the cutter away. Finish it.
It's been the day of the knuckle curve. 3-2. This is popped up shallow right. Johnston, Julian, Troy. And there is the 26th out. What a battle with Rave. Got him on a 3-2 pitch. And now Tyler Tolbert will come up. Two groundouts and a strikeout for Tolbert. Crowd standing, crowd in excess of 32,000. In the air, center field, Carrig and Johnston. Johnston's got it for the first time in Kyle Freeland's terrific career. The hometown kid with a complete game. He had been one of two pitchers all time with more than 250 starts in their career.
Yep.
Without a CG.
And this is what I stopped you from saying. I wanted to make sure he had an opportunity out there, and he did it. He finished it. An incredible job. The only other guy, Eduardo Rodriguez, 257 starts. Kyle does it in his 251st. It was an incredible moment.
115 pitches in totality. Kyle Freeland, who dealt with some traffic in the first, second, and third inning. After that, he was phenomenal. And it's that much more special, I think, for many in this crowd to see Kyle Freeland pull this off. Thomas Jefferson High School, University of Evansville, a Rockies first rounder back in 2014. So many special moments for Kyle in his career. And we're going to hear from him shortly with Ryan Spilborghs, but you know this has got to rise to near the top.
Oh, there's no question. I think Kyle in about the fourth, maybe fifth inning, knew he had an opportunity to do something he had never done at the major league level. And he started chasing it. He started attacking that strike zone, especially with the first pitch. And it puts a cap on 10 years, 251 starts at the major league level.
Kyle, let me get you.
And he does it for the first time.
Yeah, it's thrilling to watch. Kyle now, after getting all the congratulations from his teammates, he's hooking up with Ryan Spilborghs. Still some more hugs coming with the bullpen arriving from right center field. He did it on a day that started, folks, at 100 degrees, and I believe the temperature is now 103. Not a day typically that you would see the length in terms of the performance. And there's K-Free with Spilly. Spilly, all yours.
Kyle, you've been really close to getting a complete game. This is your first career complete game. How bad did you want it in that ninth inning?
Oh, man, it's been a long time, huh? Finally got one, but that felt good. These days are fun when you can...
These days are fun, right? Well, on a hot day, you almost deserve that. How bad did you want it coming into that ninth inning?
Yeah, conversations with Shathan between the 7th and 8th was just, are you good? Do you want it? And it was immediate yes out of my mouth. So, yeah, I'm glad we were able to get the first CG under the belt.
For you, you didn't give up a hit or a base runner from the third inning on. What were you and Brett Sullivan working on?
We just stuck to our game plan. We were able to kind of read their offense and kind of adjust to what they were doing. But we were filling up the zone the best we could and moving forward, keeping them off balance and getting a lot of weak contact, a lot of swing and miss. Defense was picking me up behind it too.
How much did it help having the offense doing what they did to give you some time to kind of cool down on a hot day?
Yeah, we were going back and forth there for a little bit, but then the offense popped, and they were able to put a big crooked number up on the board for me and allow me to go out there with a little less stress on my shoulders and kind of free me up and allow me to just be in attack mode and go get outs.
This is your hometown. Kyle, what do you want to say to the crowd?
Love you guys. All 10 years, love you guys.
There you go, Kyle Freeland. Guys.
Yeah, what a special moment. It's the beauty, Sully, very quickly, of the game of baseball, that even in years where you don't end up playing in October, there's always moments. There's always moments you will never forget. And as somebody that participated at this level for a good period of time, this is one of them.
Yeah, this is a cap on Kyle Freeland's career, 10 years here in Colorado. An amazing performance.
It was a marvelous performance. It had a little everything, a lot of strikeouts, and it was Kyle Freeland, the fiercest of competitors, at his absolute best. What a sublime performance by K-Free. A lot to do on the UCL postgame show. It's coming up next from center field. Well done, Kyle.